Hey gang, just went up a little ways and had to do a on-rope changeover, and it occurred to me that since we've looked at the frog and Texas clamming system, might be a good thing to look at how you get off of one and on the rappel should you need to do that. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to look at what's called changeovers, and first of all, let's talk about what changeover means. Changeover is just a term we use to describe changing from one climbing mode to another. It could be we're going up and we change over to a descend mode and go down. It could be just the opposite. It could be that we're changing over from one side of a knot in a rope to another side where we've had to bend them together and we have to pass that knot now. It could be that we're passing a belay and we're having to do a change over there. It could be we're just having to change ropes for whatever reason. So it can mean many things. What I'm going to focus on is how we change over primarily on rope from a frog system, which is the most difficult changeover, to a micro rack, which adds to the complexity. There's a couple of things I've used to help guide us through this, and there are just a couple of terms. One is assisted and one is unassisted. By assisted, I mean we have something that unweights our rope from our own climber's weight, so that we don't have to fight and struggle with our own weight on the rope. We've got something assisting us. It could be the ground, it could be a tether over a limb, a lanyard type tether over a limb, another rope, something that helps us get our weight off of the rope. That's assisted because it helps us. Unassisted is where we're on the rope and our weight is constantly applied to it, and we get no relief from that, and we have to deal with that and work around it. So I'm going to look at both of those, and I'll show you some pretty complicated ones and some kind of trivial ones. So here we go. Okay, to help us understand maybe a little bit clearer what I mean by assisted and unassisted, let's take a couple of scenarios. The first one might be, I've been interested in doing a 300-foot cave exploration thing, and I know I'm not in shape to do it, so I find me a bluff or a tree or something to climb on, and I rappel down, and I'm down on the ground now at the end of the bluff or whatever, and I need to get out of my rappel mode and go into my climbing mode to go back up and do a couple of runs at this thing. So I'm on the ground, so I can take my weight completely off my rope. I don't need it to support me because I'm supported by the ground. So at this point, the changeover is simple. It's an assisted changeover, assisted by the ground, can completely unweight my rope and put climbing gear on in any order just about I want to and climb up the rope. Let's take another scenario. I've got a 70-foot tie-in point. I've got my rope there. First point in the tree that I could gain access to a limb I thought was suitable. And my purpose is to climb up and shoot some pictures at 70 feet of the surrounding area. So I've climbed up on my frog system, sit stand, about 20 feet, and happened to glance at the ground, and there's my camera bag. I've left my camera on the ground. At that point, I have no way to get assistance. I can't get my feet on the ground. I don't have a limb on the tree to stand on. I don't have a limb on the tree I can get another rope over. I'm just on rope. This is what would be an unassisted changeover. All I have is my rope. Under that condition, I will be fully weighting the rope at all times, and I have to deal with that. So I don't have anything to give me relief from that. My rope is going to be loaded by my weight constantly, and I just have to do some workarounds to deal with that.